I guess we're a little bit early, huh?
Hey, well, the only member, we were waiting on you. Hi, Debbie. Call this meeting to order. We heard it was a crazy day. It's okay. I know I received my packet. I hope everyone did as well. In the packet, you have the minutes from last month's, July's meeting. No, August meeting. Entertain a motion on that. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Wonderful. Minutes taken care of. Items for consideration. Letter A.
Good afternoon, Debbie Miller with Public Works. I'm here to talk about the items we have for consideration. Item 3A is to recommend allocation of $85,000 in funds from the 2007 bond authorization unlisted parks for project MP 0537 Community Center Facility Improvements at Southern Oaks Park on South Walker, and then the Northeast Pool and Taylor Park. This will come from the unlisted, and this is for the asbestos removal. Yes. These are 3 listed projects in the bond, so that's how these were identified.
I think the question, though, is there any other...
It's possible, and once we go in and start to do some construction or through the design portion of it, that'll be identified and will abate.
Clarence, to help you on one thing, having dealt with asbestos a lot in property management, it's in the building material, and as long as kids aren't eating drywall, it's actually very safe. The reason it costs so much money to remove is all the environment. It's not just removing, it's the environmental headaches you have of disposing of it as well. So it wouldn't be surprising if they find even more, where it's in the drywall, in sealants around windows, all kinds of fun stuff.
If it's not contained, like I know a lot of tile will have asbestos, and that is not difficult to abate, but if it's in the drywall and it becomes a powder substance, that's where it can become an issue.
Were there any other questions on 3A, or 1A? 3A, sorry. Entertain a motion. Do we have a second? Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? B.
Okay, item 3B is to recommend allocation of $250,000 from the 2007 bond authorization unlisted funds for streets for project PC 0683 arterial resurfacing West Memorial Road from County Line west to the dead end. We have a project to do the mile to the east, and this is a fairly short section, and it's not a lot of money. We'd like to go ahead and do it in conjunction with that mile so that we can go ahead and complete that portion. And here are some conditions of the existing road. It's in pretty bad shape.
You said it was the west end, because we did the mile recently here, didn't we?
Yes, and that's what we're doing is we are increasing that project $250,000 to include this little portion from Morgan over.
Okay.
It just makes sense with us being there.
No, it doesn't. Are there any other questions on 3B? Motion, and do we have a second? A second. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? All right, informational items.
Good afternoon. We'll go over the GO Bond Executive Summary. This is as of July 31st, 2019. For the month of July, it showed that we had a negative $41,000 in expenditures. However, that's due to a rebate that we received from ODOT, and so that rebate was credited against this balance, and so that's why that it looks like that. And also it's important to note that the first month of the new fiscal year, a lot of expenditures are pending from the prior fiscal year, and they are dated back and posted and recorded in the prior fiscal year. So that's why the first initial month of a new fiscal year is a little on the lighter side as far as expenditures go. I want to go through box number 2, which is the expenditure requirement. You'll see that we've now rolled that upward and started to include 2019 into the information to monitor, to make sure that we reach the 85% that's required by the IRS to spend in 3 years. So we have, for the 2017 sale year, we currently have expenditures needed for the requirement of $43.6 million, and we are on target we're on pace at 38% to reach that goal. And then the box 3 is just the remaining balance of prior GO bonds that's included in there. You'll see that in July of the previous year, we were at 40%. So like I said, we are on pace and target to reach our goal of 85%.
Just a question on 2017 that I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. So the way if I'm reading this correctly, we have 10 months then to spend, but I'm assuming everything's now just in queue to spend on that 2017 sale year.
Yes, they award contracts, and then as the contracts are awarded, it's usually kind of a delay, but the expenditures kind of go in line with the contract awards. So yes, it's just kind of a continuous process of rotating in projects is a good way to say it. And then the expenditures come up.
That's all I got. Any other questions? Any new business for the committee? Any items from the committee members themselves? And are there any citizens to be heard? Hearing none, with that, entertain a motion for adjournment? Motion? Second. All those in favor? Aye. See you all next month.